Satnam, everybody.
Satnam.
Satnam, welcome. I had a little trouble dialing in again. Oh, my goodness. So, who is here? Hello? Somebody's got to be here.
Satnam, this is Hari Munder.
Oh, hi, Hari Munder. How are you?
Doing okay.
Good, I'm glad. Are you still at home?
I'm still home, and we've got a big snowstorm coming this afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, have fun with it.
I think so.
Good. And who else is here?
Lucinda's here.
Yay.
Oh, hi, Lucinda. How are you?
Well, I'm trying to go moment by moment.
Oh, okay. Listen, were you having this situation before you had the problem or not? I mean, were you feeling sort of, I don't know how you're feeling. Like life is a difficulty?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay. Well, God bless you, dear. We're sending you our heart breath.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, is anybody else here?
Yeah, Hargo Ben.
Hi, Hargo Ben.
How you doing, Siri
And
Gian?
heart breath to your friend.
Oh, yeah, thank you. She was a great lady.
Can you say what the situation was? Why did she pass so quickly?
Oh, well, she had, when I first met her, she was coming to a yoga studio I was teaching at, and she had cancer, and she didn't want to go through, what they want to put you through, chemo and all that other stuff. So she tried to handle everything naturally, and she did, and that worked for quite a while. So she was good for, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years, something like that, and then she had some other type of a problem, which didn't have to do with that cancer, but it was another cancer in another part of her body, and then that just took her down really fast. It was about maybe 6 months from when they told her she had that, and then she had that, and then she was gone.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But she was a great teacher.
Okay, well, why don't we chant a call for her now? 3 calls. Would that be okay?
That would be great.
Okay. And what is her name?
CW.
Oh, CW. Okay. Okay, everybody, the word that we're going to be chanting is a call. That's A-K-A-L. It means undying or timeless. And it really has, I've seen it have the power of showing the person the beautiful light. She's saying, I already know the light is here. Does that sound like her, Hargo Ben?
Yeah, it sounds like something she would say.
Okay, so CW, do you want to? She said, yeah, chant for me. That would be good. Okay, so everybody inhale. And breathe. She's saying, you should see how brilliant it is. And she likes it. And she's kind of like swimming in it, like a dolphin.
Nice.
Okay, having a good time. Okay. Well, thank you, Hargo Ben.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, so who else is here?
Ranjit.
Hi, Ranjit. Welcome.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, so we're sending our vibrations out into the ethers today. A lot of people are on their way to solstice and stuff, too. Okay, so now we are going to sit straight. Oh, by the way, is Suzanne here? Is Rahmani here? Okay. So sit straight, please. Long, deep breath. Very precious breath. This is called Pavan. Pavan is the oxygen breath plus moving of the prana, or the life force. And you're relaxing in the third eye point. Palms are together in front of the chest if you can. And inhale to begin. Long deep breath. And begin heart breath. That is, on the exhale, feel as though the air is coming out of your heart center. That's it. And now please send your beautiful heart breath to everyone on the line and everybody who will ever listen to the recording. And join us in this beautiful heart breath, combining this incredible healing energy. Good. And now please send this beautiful combined energy to your own intention. Good. And now please send this beautiful healing heart breath to the people in the Philippines. It's going to take a long time for them to really recover. Good. And now, please send it to our U.S. government, if you would. And also to the Middle East. Good. And inhale and exhale. And thank you so much for participating in that healing. Okay. So, Baba Siri Chand, he says, well, are you all cozy? He's sort of setting the mental image of sitting by the fire, all cozied up. He says, let's just sit here a minute in our coziness. Keep up your heart breath. He wants us to feel our coziness in this very special time of the year. And so I'm asking him, sir, I know that Christmas and solstice are here, but why are you calling it a special time of year? He says, in general, this is a time when you fight with your heart. He says, keep up your breath. He says, do you know of any other time that you face yearly, as a yearly ritual, where oftentimes your heart feels drained, feel a little stressed, overworked? You are touching people's hearts here and there, with your Christmas cards and with your presents and all that. That's on the one side. And on the other side, there's also often a feeling of being drained, whether it is drained of your bank account or drained of how much more can I do, how much more does it take to make this time special. He says you want to make it special, but it presents its own challenges. He says it may be a time when you are faced with your own mortality, about how much you have to give, about your feelings of resentment, maybe that you want other people to give to you more than they have the strength or the focus to do. Keep up the breath, please. He says it's a very puzzling time of the year, very puzzling, that humanity would make such a crazy-making time. Keep up the breath, please. He says, under it all, I would like for you to just drop the craziness. He says, I know. You're saying, well, how can I do that? I have so much to do. I have a sworn duty to do this and that for my family. I have to do this and this to fit into the cultural norm, to fit in the habits that have been established by myself and my family. I have obligations. And, of course, if I don't fulfill my obligations, then I split myself from my community, from my family. And he says, so it becomes a very it can become a very disheartening circle of have to, have not, blah, blah, blah. He says, oh, my dears, let's take it for what it is. Just begin heart breath. Begin heart breath. He says, and now just get cozy. You know the blanket that was wrapped around you when you were sitting in front of the fire with your nice cup of yogi tea? He says, now I would like you to just be wrapped up by your cozy soul. Wrapped up by your cozy soul in front of the fireplace. Keep up the breath. Just feel that. Feel the warmth, the love, the relaxation. Profound. Sweet. It's so sweet. So mystical. He says, and don't worry about all those other things, your shopping list, your this and that. He says, don't worry about that now. He says you have plenty of time later on if you want to worry. He says, but just now, take a break. He calls this your peppermint stripe break. Just feel the cozy. Keep up the breath. He says, and please, he says, let go. He says, let go the worries. Let go any needs that you have, any neediness. Oh, I need this in order to be this or to do that. He says, let it go. This is a break right now. He says, besides that, if you keep up this version of neediness, I need more love, I cannot, my life is gone to hell. He says, you just keep stepping in the dog poop. He says, is that what you really want? He says, take a break from it. Keep up the breath. Just relax in the cozy arms of soul in front of the fireplace with your yogi tea. Yum. Let soul love you. Let yourself be loved. He says, keep doing that while I talk. Keep up your heart breath and allow yourself to be loved by your soul that has so much love that if you let it in, it might, you just can't imagine. You can't imagine. So go in and see for yourself. Okay? Again, he says it means dropping the straitjacket that you have put yourself in. You may think it's from the outside, but frankly, my dears, he says, we put the straitjacket on ourselves. So please loosen the buckles on it, relax in soul. Really open up your heart breath. Keep doing that. He says, what a blessing to be you. What a blessing to be you. And this is, he says, is how you find out who you are. Through your own experience. This relaxing in your cozy soul is actually, he says, it is actually the course or the mechanism of evolution to becoming you, to becoming whole, to becoming cozy and happy. Imagine that, relaxing in soul's love. He says, in the most profound sense, he says, you don't have to punish yourself anymore. He says, I want you to understand that. You no longer have to punish yourself. Keep up the breath. He says, all of those worries that haunt you, all of those feelings of being taken for granted, all of those feelings of being smashed, put aside, trampled, neediness, he says, when you relax in soul, when you relax the buckles on your straitjacket, he says, and the most miraculous time when you can throw that straitjacket into the fire for transformation, to let it go up into etheric smoke. That's when you find the real you. That's when you find your own heart. That's when you find your own blessing. And he says, and you know what? All of that is inseparable from your own soul. Inseparable from your own soul. Keep up the breath. Good. Let your heart hurts go into the fire. He says, in fact, you don't have to hold on to them anymore. You may be saying, but that happened, but that happened. He says, yes, my dears. He says, I know. And when you let go of all of that, holding it so tight, he says, screwing it down to keep it in place, he says, you reactivate that over and over. Is that what you want? He said the change is not going to happen for you by wishing, hoping, praying, needing someone to hold you, to care for you, to bestow blessings on you. He says that's not the cure. Not the cure. If you have ever tried it, then you know that even when someone gives you the truth, the hope, puts an arm around you, you understand that it's temporary. For all the greatness that you are given, it is temporary. It doesn't solve you. The only thing that solves you is you. That's what you really need. That's what you really want. You know, having other people pat you, be nice to you, and all of that. It's good. It's good. But what you really need and want is your own soul, your own self. Relax in your own soul.
No.
Relax in your own knowingness. Allow yourself to be the blessing of who you are. Opening and opening. Receive it. It says, this is the gift. This is a gift, as you might say, from Bethlehem. You are the gift. You, your own magnificent soul, allowing yourself to merge emerge in that being, to be in that space, in that dimension, that flow of soul. Allow yourself to be in that space of love. Allow it. You can't make it happen. You allow it to happen. You relax into it. Keep up the breath, please. He says this breath, this space is perpetual. Perpetual. He says only when the trance comes over you to go back into the space of neediness, of hurt, of falling apart, he said that's the only thing that turns it off. Falling back into the illusion. Falling back into the illusion that you are not whole, that you are not pure, that you are not worthy. If you base your life on the love and attention of other people, he says you will always be remiss. There is no person in this world that could ever love you, care for you, be for you all that you need. There's nobody. It's beyond simple human capacity. The only space, my dears, that you will find all that is within and from your own soul. Feel that now. Let it flow through you. Let yourself be cozied. Keep up the breath. Feel the flow. Feel yourself relax in it. Feel the blessing of being who you are. Let your heart open. He says, I know in many cases it may be so painful to open your heart. He says, but oh my dears, that's what it could feel like when you loosen the buckles on your straitjacket. He says, allow the pain to come out. He says, when the pain comes out, you may feel it very acutely. He says, but don't get upset. Just know that it's flying away. As it comes through you, as you experience it, let it fly away to the heavens. Just hold the space and let it come through. Keep up the breath, please. Feel the blessing. Feel the blessing. That's it. Let it expand. Let the space expand. Let the purity of it just delight you. Delight you like sparkling fairies. Allow yourself to be you. Keep up while I talk. He says, I know that you are thinking, well, this is just fine for right now while we're on this little phone call. But what about when I have to go back to my, quote, real world? He says, my darlings, if you don't take this true reality back into your everyday world, you doom yourself. It's just up to you. Just up to you. If you take the super reality or the reality of soul in your everyday life, then your pure neediness is covered. It does not grab at you and eat you and claw you anymore. Keep up the breath. But it is up to you to maintain, to diligently maintain this condition, to state. As you stay in soul, as you stay in this place of what you might call angelic beings or heaven on earth, he says you will be guided. You will be guided by the most trustworthy, most conscious, most intelligent source, most cozy source, most intimate source that totally knows your whole business, everything that really needs to happen, and the most easy way, sahaj way to go about it. He says you just take your worries and you put them, those Santa Clauses on the street with those pots. He says, like you put your pennies in those pots. Just put your worries in those pots so that they may be transformed. So that they may be transformed and allow you the freedom of who you are. And who you are is actually your soul projecting as you. So make this a brilliant homecoming in this what is called a holiday or a holy day season. Allow yourself. Allow yourself. Opening. Opening. Know who you are. Know who you are. He says, do you feel that precious sparkle in you now? Do you feel that precious sparkle? That's who you are. He says it's like a flowing river of nourishment. He says, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away because that may have been your habit of throwing away happiness because you couldn't trust it. It would come around to bite you. He says that's when you were dependent upon people. People are in all areas of what you might call self-redemption. Self-redemption is just the act of forgiving, and resting in the great love and coziness of your own soul. Can you imagine? And that, my dears, is the divine measure. You may have thought that in order for somebody to be holy, for somebody to be great and holy, they had to do very important things. They had to create miracles. He says, no. The sign of holiness is that you have relaxed into your soul's love. It is that you have relaxed into your soul's love. Feel the blessing. Feel the blessing. You can forgive yourself for not realizing that earlier. You know, it's all been very special. Keep up your heart breath. Keep up your heart breath. And inhale. And exhale. And breathe. And now please share with us your experience of being in your own soul. What is your experience of being in your own soul? Who can come forward? Who can share with us? Ranjit, would you like to share?
I'm going to talk to you about Max or something.
Yes, I would. Thank you. It was very cozy. I came over and lit my fire real quick and got in front of it, and that's where I had my time because you talked about being in front of the fire with your yogi tea. So I took it literally.
Oh.
So it made it so nice to just sit here with my dog in front of the fireplace. It was so just wonderful. And you know what mellows you out more than sitting in front of a beautiful bright fire, just looking at that. It came at such a good time for me, as you were talking about this season. It is. It comes with so much wonder and bliss and love, and such a time for for being one with everybody. And yet it does bring a sense of so many obligations and ones that we probably put upon ourselves, and and the things that we need to do, and the busyness, the things that we cause ourselves, because there's so much to be done in such a little bit of time, and to take this time to sit back and relax, and to remind ourselves what this is all about, and to give ourselves the love, the encouragement, the coziness that only being in the heart breath and in the moment and in our true self and soul can we really feel that way, and to definitely remember to bring it into our lives every day. I'm just so thankful for this, and I feel so relaxed and so really prepared to finish out the things that I need to through this season, and to keep remembering today and bringing myself back in front of the fireplace of my soul, and reflecting that light back into myself, and keeping myself calm and warm and filled with love and joy for all that I am and all that I have, and for all of my brothers and sisters in the world and all over the world, and just sending out that toasty, warm love to everyone, especially thinking and remembering the homeless people at this time and how cold it is. I actually ran out of oil this morning, and it was only in the 50s in my house, and I was very thankful to have a fireplace. And it made me think about, about the other people who are me, who are out walking around in this cold weather with no place to go, and trying to remember them in my heart breath as well.
God bless you, dear. That's a big one.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. I love that you went over and you started your own fireplace. I love that.
It really helped me out because I was so cold too. I'm like, what am I sitting here? And she's talking about he's talking about the fire, and why not? All it takes is a match, right? And I can be warm.
There you go.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless.
Thank you. So dumb.
Yes.
Now, who else can share? Who else can share their experience? Lucinda, would you like to share your experience? Lucinda, are you there? If you already muted yourself, then press *6 again.
There, I'm unmuted now.
Okay, good. Would you like to share?
When I breathe, I relax and feel more secure and calm, but I also sometimes then I also was feeling pain along with that.
Mm-hmm. Did you let it come out?
Some of it did, yeah.
Oh, good. That's the way it transforms. When you're doing meditation and you forgive or you allow it to come out, you can feel it come out, but then that portion of it is gone. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
I have in the past.
Oh, okay. So you know how it works then, huh?
Well, I don't know if I can claim that I really know how it works. I just try to experience in the moment and keep trying to learn.
Mhm. Good. So how's it going? How's that process going?
Well, I haven't been very devoted to it.
I see. Would you like to be?
At times I do.
Mm-hmm.
At times I'm feeling very devoted. At other times I'm being rebellious, I guess. I feel rebellious and just want to stretch out because it feels too restrictive.
Oh, well, do you think you're in soul at that time? I'm just wondering where the restriction comes from.
Well, it's probably expectation is part of it.
Good for you. You know expectations will kill you. You know that, right?
I know that they cause unhappiness.
Yes, they do. So it's a good idea to get out of those. So even expecting for things to be a certain way, you know, like they taught, be holy and you'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it out the window. Throw it out the window. Just crawl under the blanket with soul. That's all. Much more simple. Does that make sense to you, dear?
Oh, yeah. The simpler, the better.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well, God bless you, dear. And you have our heart breath. Is there anything else that you would like to say?
Just Merry Christmas to Hari Minder, and I'm so glad that she's on the phone call because I had wanted to connect with her too.
Oh, isn't it nice how it all worked out? Good. She's been a good support to you, hasn't she?
You've been wonderful, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Thank everybody.
Yeah. So, Hari Minder, would you like to share?
I just get really tired when so I'm cuddling up over the heater, not the fireplace, but the heater, staying warm.
Mm-hmm. Good. With your snowstorm coming.
Yeah, and feeling I have a huge amount of stuff that I'm doing right now. I'm excavating the house, all the papers and the projects, and not projects, but the piles. And it's been really nice to not worry about it. It's just I get done what I can do, and Christmas is coming, and I haven't wrapped anything, but it's all there, and I don't have this feeling of urgency.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah. So I may have it.
Do you think you might enjoy this Christmas?
What? Come again, what did you say?
Do you think you might enjoy this Christmas?
I think so. I've done
yay.
A lot of work with my family, and I won't say I have great expectations, but just relaxing into the moment.
No matter what's going on.
Ideally, yes. I'm finding
throw it back at soul. Make a game. Throw it back at soul like playing ball.
I'm finding it.
Soul, take this one. What are you going to do with this one? Okay.
And I'm delighted to hear you listen to us. It's great to have you on the call. Sending love to you.
Bless you, dear. Thank you. Would anybody else like to speak?
I would.
Oh, who's this?
Rahmane.
Oh, hi, dear. Yes.
Hi.
What is your experience?
Well, I got on late because I was working and I forgot the time, and so my first response was, "Oh no, I'm missing it. I missed something." So I got on, and the second I heard the phrase that you were saying, I was right back there, and then every phrase thereafter was just the same basic message said in a different way, and it's so simple. And I was just amazed at the instantaneity of remembrance. You know, it's beyond linear time. And then I asked Tomas if he wanted me to share some of his writing, and he picked a little piece. And the first word of the poem is grace, and it just reminds me of the Grace of God movement for the women of America that Yogiji set up in the 70s, and how we paraded down the streets of D.C. once in our chunies and kurtas, waving banners saying, "We are the grace of God." And I was realizing that the word grace is the ease that Baba Siri Chand.
Oh, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah,
but
I hadn't either, but it makes total sense, because grace is a little bit unclear to me. I mean, it's usually connected with the grace of God, as though it's something from outside us that descends upon us. And to say ease is the kind of the same vibrational frequency, but it's grounded in human experience. So we tend to identify with it. But I really think that that's probably what Yogi meant, is the kind of grace of just living with soul. And so the poem that Tomas wanted me to read is called Gratitudinal Praises Raise Us. Gratitudinal Praises Raise Us. Grace opens a
that
gateway.
Sounds like a hymn.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it sound like a Christmas carol?
Yes, it does. Grace opens a gateway.
Go on.
Okay. Grace opens a gateway to freedom as attitudinal astuteness shares the path with gratitudinal praises. Soul-pleasing awareness carries us towards lasting partnership with graciousness as we become benefactors of our own holy acts.
I love that. As we become benefactors of our own holy acts. I love that.
Yeah.
Pure recognition of soul, of us as soul.
Mhm.
Isn't that fun?
Yes, and what you said also helped me to disidentify from my daughter not wanting to talk with me month in, month out, and I think it's because her pain comes up because I'm such a, I have so much in my heart towards her, and recently we've been working towards a kind of collective embrace for Guru Bhajan, who turned 40 last week, and 40 days before that I realized that I needed to do a 40-day sadhana towards that, and so Haj helped me create a Facebook secret group for his friends so we could share in who he was and who he became and how that's affected us. And so it brought up a lot of stuff for people. And it's and now the work is to do a 40-day post-birthday practice to affirm that he is his soul and that whatever has happened with the psyche is a temporary part of his path, but that he is that luminous creature that those of us who knew him before the kind of Kundalini crack-up knew him to be. And so that's been very powerful for us. And the whole work with Soul Answer, the work with Soul Answer has been huge. And I mentioned it in several of my my comments that are on that Facebook page. Yeah. So thank you for all of that.
I'm glad it was been helpful. Sure.
Yes. Huge.
Sure. Bless you. And we'll send our heart breath, our prayers, his way as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Bless you, dear.
You too.
Yeah. Okay. Does anybody else have anything that they want to share? Okay, well, why don't we just spend just like a minute doing heart breath for each other and for all of our intentions. And just see it as glittering and kind and just nice. Okay, begin heart breath. Allow it to expand. Let it reach all of us, all of our intentions. Let our expectations melt so that we find out what actually works the best from the soul. That's it. Keep up. Good. And inhale. And exhale. And now let's sing this lovely song to one another and receive it from one another. Bless you all. And inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Inhale. And bow to your innocence. Bow to the fun and the ease that are here, that are present for you. God bless you all. Have a wonderful time, and we will talk next Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Okay, Satnam. Talk to you then.
Bye.
Bye.